Okay guys, the big daddy, deadlifts. One of the best exercises you can do. It's great for rehab as well. It has a lot of utility in different things, performance, increasing size, all things like that. So I'll take some time with this, make sure we get it right. So when we're setting up, you've got the Olympic barbell. Remember, the normal barbells are 20 kilos. You can get training bars that are 10s and 5s, and the female competition bars will be 15 kilos. But generally in gyms, most of them stock 20 kilo bars. Make sure that you use the proper Olympic size or competition size plates, okay? So you can see they're the same size, even though this one is a 5 and this one is a 10. So that lifts the bar off the ground. If you're using, say, the smaller 10s, the bar will be too close to the ground. You know, even with guys that are as tall as myself, if they don't want to be professional powerlifters, I'll actually start them in an even more elevated position than this because it takes the risk away a little bit. So with the deadlift, how we set up, what we do, walk up, shins to the bar. All right, I actually like to touch my shins to the bar. Now, my feet are hip width apart, and again, like in the other deadlift videos that we've talked about, I'm screwing my feet into the ground, or I'm trying to rip that piece of paper apart, creating some tension laterally here in the glutes. And you should see when your client does it, the knees will actually pop out a little bit. So active, not active, active, not active. All right, it's actually pretty easy to see. Then bracing the core, so in through the nose, out through the mouth, coming down, folding from the hips. So it needs to be a hip exercise. Come down so that your hands are just wider than your shins, okay? I like to use a locked grip, so my thumb's actually locked underneath my other fingers, and I'll show you that later on. I drop my hips a little bit lower than my shoulders, only slightly lower than my shoulders though. So I'm in this full deadlift position here. Rip your lats on and pretend like you're trying to bend the Olympic bar around your shins. So again, I'm coming down, getting set up. Everything's locked in. Trying to bend the bar around my shins, chin tuck position, over the bar so my shoulders are in line with the bar, and I'm going to squeeze up with the glutes. All right, nice and controlled. Everything's still locked on, and you want to go down the same way you came up. So nice and controlled, soft knees, down, down, folding from the hips, nice and controlled till you get to the ground. I'm still pretty locked in there, nice and straight back and coming up. Okay, this is the deadlift again from the front on position, just so you can see how the knees track and all that kind of stuff. Again, use your Olympic sized plates, shins to the bar. Some guys say over the shoelaces. I generally start with it in touching. So again, that's just personal preference a lot of the times. And screwing my feet in the ground so you can see that activation there. Folding from the hips, back's nice and straight. Thumbs are wrapped. I like to wrap my thumbs under like this. And then we're going to pull our lats on so we're nice and engaged. Chin tuck position. Shoulders are over the bar. And we're going to drive up and come down in that same pattern, nice and straight back. You may see guys do an over-under grip. That's a much stronger grip. I will go double overhand until I get to a point where it challenges me, and then I'll go to this here. And I'll usually change it up set for set so I get no imbalances until I get to my maximum lift, and then I'll do my strongest side. Now you may see the guys doing the deadlift in a more squat type posture. So they'll be more upright, hips really low and like that, and they'll bring it up like that. And you just got to put it in context. So you'll see a lot of the Olympic weightlifters doing it like that because their goal is to maintain bar path vertically and not deviate from that y-axis. So in that more upright position, they got less likely to push it out. Whereas in that deadlift hip hinge position, it's more likely that I'm going to hip the bar with my hips and push it out, and it'll sort of rotate around, and you'll see sort of this bump happen like this. So if you do see guys doing it like that, you're not right or wrong. Depends on the goal. You've got to put it in context of what you're trying to achieve.